Ladies and gentlemen, this one is going to be a good one. Welcome to MWR Financial Monday Night Live. Guys, this is a special one for you tonight. I want to know who's out there, who's joining us, what part of the country, what city, what state. Guys, we're ready. Oh, this is going to be an exciting night. You want to buckle your seatbelts for this one. Listen, with the time we've got left, send out those last-minute texts, make those last-minute phone calls. This is one for the record books. You will not forget this event tonight. This is our special Monday night MWR Financial Live. My name is Gerald W. Parker. Guys, I'm so excited to be here. What you're going to hear and see tonight is mind-blowing. There's some very impressive things that have happened in a very short period of time with MWR Financial. Its growth. Not only that, but these two young ladies that you're going to hear from tonight that we're honoring, oh my goodness, it is going to be special. But not only that, we're going to get some insight on our ERC program. We're going to get some details on that, which we're launching this coming week. Be ready for that, guys. I know, like you and me, we've already started our list of businesses that we want to contact. This platform is nearly ready to launch. So, guys, good things are happening. So let's see who's out there. Who's with me? There he is. There she is. I'm sorry, Miss Lovey Sullivan, Tampa, Florida. Welcome to the platform. All right, Sandy, way to go. All right, Star Child, welcome to the platform. All right, hey, Los Angeles, California, Janelle. All right, Miss Patterson, Fayetteville, Georgia. Always a pleasure to have you, ma'am. El Paso, Texas, Miss Crockett, welcome to the platform. Alabama's in the house. Welcome, Lucy. Roll Tide. All right, Trevor Thompson. Good deal. Good to see you, Coach. Welcome to the platform. Miss Sheila Mack, Charlotte, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Robert Slate, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Miss Lynn Gibbs, honored to see you, ma'am. Phoenix, Arizona. Who else is on the platform tonight? Who else is joining us, guys? Let's try to cover as many states as we can before we transition over. Miss Holmes, Galveston, Texas. Welcome to the platform. All right, Indiana's in the house. Bonita, welcome to the platform. Guys, who else is out there? All right, representing South Louisiana, Miss Young, welcome to the platform. All right, here we go. Hector, welcome. Chicago, welcome to the platform, sir. All right, who else have we got out there? Tallahassee, welcome to the platform. Let's see how many more we can get, guys, before we transition over. Here we go again. Mr. Toll, Brooklyn, New York, welcome to the platform, sir. Maryland's in the house. Mrs. Armstead, welcome to the platform. Guys, give me one or two more. Daryl Branks, Raleigh, North Carolina, always there. Welcome to the platform. Texas. All right. Jose, welcome to the platform, sir. Who else is out there? Miss Hart, Tampa, welcome to the platform. Guys, let's go ahead and get started. Listen, my job is to bring up your first speaker tonight, who you guys have heard from multiple times, but this guy is special. And again, I always say this. Every time we do one of these lives and the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, as well as the president, are on the same platform at the same time, you know something special is happening. Most of you, all of you, I'm sure, got the notice on what we were going to be doing tonight, honoring these two young ladies and getting an update on our ERC program. And I'm telling you, with this minute or so you've got left, send out those last-minute texts. You want your team to see this. You want everybody you know to hear this. Some records have been broken. This is the most impressive thing that I've ever seen. What I love about this, these two young ladies that we're honored tonight, they're young and they're excited and they've got vision and they want to do big things, not just for themselves, but for so many people across this country. And they saw this as an opportunity to do it with this platform. Guys, this says a lot to me. I'm so proud of these. I feel like a father right now. I'm so proud of these young women that you're going to hear from. But listen, without further ado, let me bring on our first speaker for this evening. This gentleman, oh man, I've got so much respect for. I've known him for 17 years. He's become the best friend I have in the entire world. I've never met a man with such compassion, so willing to give back to the average everyday person, willing to reach back. Tell me how many millionaires that you know that are willing to just come back to the neighborhood to say, hey, I want you to win too. I want you to live the life that I'm living. I want you to have the same level of success that I'm having for myself and my family. How many times does that happen? It doesn't happen often. You know, I embarrass him when I always say one man, only one man has shown up to help the masses. And that's why I love him. I love his heart. I love his commitment. And he wants us all to win. So he's followed God's vision and was obedient to develop this platform that's giving you and I a real chance. And you'll see it in real time tonight, what this platform is capable of doing in the average everyday person's life. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the platform the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, my good friend, Mr. Brian T. House.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Man, if it gets any better, I won't be able to stand it. What you're about to show us tonight. I mean, Brian, this is amazing, man. I mean, this is by far the greatest opportunity on planet Earth where the average everyday person can show up here. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your financial situation is, but you can win here. You got a real chance at winning. And I'm just honored to join you on this journey, to be a part of this platform with you. But more importantly, that you were obedient to the call and you pursued this and built this. And look what is happening. They're coming.
Yeah, they are, Gerald. And I can tell you, growth is absolutely through the roof right now. Obviously, this is the beginning of the month, so I kind of like to give everybody an update of what's happening. But I just want to commend all of you. You're doing a phenomenal job of getting our message out there, and we are really providing the solution and the answer to so many people's prayers right now with what's going on with our economy, with what's going on with the stock market, the S&P, people's 401ks, the fact that people were already living paycheck to paycheck, and now they're experiencing the effects of inflation on top of that. They're spending $4,000 or $5,000 more per year when they were already living paycheck to paycheck, which is causing them to finance the things that they need now, Gerald, not a lifestyle. They're financing the things that they need, medicines and grocery and gas and those type of things, and burying themselves further in debt. And the people that are winning out of this are, the banks and big business. That's who's winning out of it. And eventually the government, because get ready, guys, taxes will go up. There's a memorandum for 2024, where the tax breaks that are in place now for a lot of individuals, we're getting ready to see an increase, and it looks like in 2024. So, but that's what our experts are telling us, which is the advantage of having experts. And we put people into a position, obviously, Gerald, to be able to prepare for those things, and not just prepare for them, but actually put themselves into a position to where they can get ahead of them, get ahead of these challenges. And so I'm excited about the results that we're getting. I'm excited about the number of people that have plugged in and utilized the services that we offer, that are taking advantage of our opportunity, that are sharing our membership and our opportunity with others. And the results don't lie. The numbers don't lie. And that's what I like about numbers. I'm kind of a numbers guy. And when I look at the numbers and I see the thousands of dollars that we're putting back into people's pockets, the thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of dollars we're creating in incomes during a semi-recession that's escalating into a bigger recession, that excites me, because you know how it is in business, Gerald. A lot has to do with timing. Our business thrives in any economy, but during this economy, there's a special window of opportunity to where you can have such a huge impact on other people's lives, and not only help them put more money in their pocket, but also be able to do something that you can feel good about. You can feel good about making a difference. And I love that we get paid to make a difference.
That's the win, sir, with MWR Financial. That is the win.
It absolutely is. But listen, before I get into any more, let's bring up our co-host with the most here, and that's none other than our president of Field and Leadership Development, Mr. Ndamo Tolson. Because hey, there he is. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing outstanding. I'm absolutely doing outstanding, Brian.
Awesome.
I'm ready to rock and roll. All that good stuff. Gerald set it up. You're just talking about it. I'm fired up.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm looking at Gerald. He's still got that baby face going on over there. He's streamlined. Right now he's aerodynamic for speed, because that's how he's wanting to build and building. So that's a good thing. But listen, we've got a lot of good stuff happening. I talked about some of it that's already happening, but we have something big that's coming out this week. We've been talking about it. We announced it at our event. And that's our MWR Employee Retention Tax Credit or Employee Retention Credit Program, assistance program that will be rolling out this week. Okay. Had great conversations with our IT staff today. I got to view our capture sites. I got to view the systems that they're putting in place on the back end for our ERC experts to be able to utilize. And guys, it looks phenomenal. I'm fired up. Final touches are being put on everything. We will do a day of testing after everything is done, which we expect to have everything pretty much done by tomorrow late afternoon or early Wednesday morning, which will give us all day Wednesday to do testing. And then our goal is to take our ERC assistance program live on Thursday. Okay. And with that, we wanted to do it too on Thursday because we want to do a little training on Thursday night. So Dom, I haven't told you about this yet, but we're going to adjust our Thursday night call, our Financial Edge University call that we normally do on Thursday nights. This is going to be an ERC training call that we're going to do. Okay. For the field, for everybody, you know, to be able to know how to share this, know how to use your site, know how the process works, know what to expect, all of those things. So nobody's in the dark on it. And we roll this thing out properly with everybody being educated on it the way they need to be. Okay. And guys, it's not a ton of education because, again, like everything else, our experts do all the work. Okay. So literally, you're submitting the business. Our experts take over. They do the analysis. They end up putting all the paperwork together when a business ends up contracting with us. And then you get paid and the business gets paid. Or better yet, the business gets paid and then you get paid. Okay. And that's how it works. It's real simple. But I'm fired up about it because I already know. I will tell you this. And Dom, you saw a text I sent out. Gerald, you saw it too, for our leadership team. We're making some people mad. And we're making some people mad in the industry, the RC industry. They don't like the idea that we're doing flat rate fees. They don't like the idea that we're not bilking businesses out of tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. They want us to do business like they do business.
Right.
Well, we're not going to. Okay. And I've gotten a few calls that some people aren't happy. And you know what that tells me? That tells me we're doing the right thing. That tells me if they're upset, they know that we're getting ready to take a ton of business away from them and do it the right way. And unfortunately, if they continue to do business that way, we're going to make them look bad and for doing business that way. And so I feel really good about it, guys. I really do. And it's not that I like hurting people's feelings. I don't. Okay. But when I see competitors that will pick up the phone and say, what are you doing? Why are you doing it this way? Okay. I've had 2 calls this week, 2 calls from 2 people in the industry that have reached out to me that have felt the need for me to address their concerns. And I'm not a bit concerned. Okay. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I know what we're doing is the right thing. And they just proved it to me. Okay. Because they know we're going to take over everything in the ERC business. Okay. Right. Anybody doing a contingency fee out there, they don't stand a chance to compete against us. And because we're going to do it right. So with that, I'm going to get off my high horse there, Dom, because that, you know how
we're a disruptor. It's what it is.
We're disrupting an industry. Yeah. Anytime you do that, you stand to profit from it. And that means our members, our directors stand to benefit greatly. And right. And so I'm so excited for all of them.
And what's so exciting about that is they stand to benefit greatly while the business owner gets the service and the cost for that service that they deserve. So it's powerful. It's a win-win. And I love that.
Exactly. Everybody wins out of it. That's the way it should work. So with that, listen, I'm excited about that. We've got great stuff happening. But I'm excited about a couple of guests that we have on tonight.
Yes.
And I got to meet these 2 young ladies in person at our event, at our Vegas event. And I cannot tell you how impressed I was with both of them. They are very youthful, but they are very mature at the same time. And that maturity shined through because you could tell they were serious. They knew what they wanted. And there's something to be said for a woman that knows what she wants. I can tell you. Because I'm married to one, and she knows what she wants. But I will tell you, these 2 ladies absolutely impressed the heck out of me. And so I'm going to do something. Gerald, I'm going to get Martina to get you off of here, even though I like you hanging out with us. All right. So we can make room. But I want us to bring up these two young ladies. And Dom, normally we bring them up one at a time, but I'd like to bring both of them up if we could. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you would you do me a favor and give them an absolutely proper introduction? And then I've got a few things I wanted to say to them as well.
Okay, no, absolutely. Well, the first person we'll bring up is the third female ring earner, millionaire residual club ring earner of all time in MWR history. She is reached the documented rank of 2-star regional director. You ready for this, Brian? She did it in 30 days.
Jeez.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. Just super fast. Obviously, that's under the MWR 3.0 system and the new comp plan. So it just shows that the comp plan is built for speed. What I appreciate about her is that everything that she said she was going to do, she's done. And we've had a chance to talk once she got in and got going and things. We talked, and it's interesting. Some of the very things that she does in terms of building her organization and creating a field of accountability for those leaders that want to be held accountable, and they're built for speed, and the way she trains and just builds the culture in her organization reminded me of me back in my building era. So it's just really, really exciting every time I get a chance to talk to her and hear what her group is doing. I'm going to let her tell you the name of her group and why she calls it that. She is absolutely, and what I also appreciate about is that she came from another company that they were doing something that they thought our company was, but she's now seen that it's a bigger picture of, and especially seeing that at our event. So she's literally embraced who we are, what we do, what we're about, and she's absolutely committed 100%. And that's none other than 2-star regional director, absolute rock star, and that's Miss Amina Rashid. Yay. Hello, Amina.
Hello. How are you? Hi, Omo. Hi, Brian. Hello, MWR. Y'all light us up in here. Drop some 100s in the chat. Let's get some energy.
I love it. I got to get one of those posters, the Amina Rashid poster for my office. I'm going to have have one of those.
Totally. I'll mail one to you.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, listen, hey, I'm excited you're here, Amina, and I'm gonna say something tonight too. After we bring up our next guest, I'm gonna say something about both of you. That I want to clear up some misconceptions out there in Damo before you actually interview these two young ladies in regards to leadership. I want to talk about that because these two are exemplary leaders from everything that I've seen. So with that, why don't we bring up our next guest here real quick, and then we've got some cool stuff that we're going to do.
Well, this young lady, wow, another rock star in her own right. She's actually the 4th female residual ring earner in company history. She's the youngest residual ring earner in company history at the ripe old age of 27. So it's letting all the youth movement know it's possible. She wound up going out and hitting this incredible position within inside of 60 days, right about 60 days. So that is absolutely built for speed because she followed the leadership, set the pace that was set by Amina, and she absolutely did it. But this young lady is serious about the business. And what I appreciate about her, like Amina, when I've had a chance to talk with her, first of all, I love people that stand on integrity where they do what they say they're going to do. And that's what she's always been with me. Anything she said she's going to do or accomplish, she's done it. And she also, one of the other things I love about her is that she is absolutely committed to her team to see them win. Anytime we've talked, it's always been about the team, not about her. So I love that. Both of these are queens and queen makers, but you got to give it up to 2-star regional director. She did this just before our event, which is powerful. I know she was going for it. She said she was going to get it done and got it done. And that's none other than Miss Ajaya Hongo. Ajaya, as Amina said, put those 100s in there. Let's get some stuff in the chat, the fire, everything else.
Wow.
Ajaya, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hello, Endamo. Hello, Brian House. Hello, Amina.
Hey, Ajaya.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited. I need to see some ones in the chat because I know high energy equals high income. And I know with this platform, it is just unbelievable. And I know that I just know deep inside that we are going to conquer this industry. So I'm super excited for you guys to have me here.
No, that's outstanding. In fact, I have to do this real quick, Brian, because I should have gotten my shades, but these actually turn into shades if it was bright enough. But Amina, if you could just kind of put that to the camera. Let us see how that ring looks on you. Look at all that bling, bling, bling.
Bling, bling, bling. I don't want to blind you guys. I don't want to blind you, baby. Y'all put your shades on now, okay?
That looks so good. I'll tell you, our very first ring earner, female ring earner, and she said, by getting the first, you get to do some things. And she saw our ring and the men's ring. She goes, that's bling, but women want bling. And so you could see Amina is very happy with it, but none other than Miss Christy Howard kind of put that together and got that done first, and I'm so excited for that. It looks good on you, though. She designed the ring, and it looks good on you, and that's an outstanding thing. So, Brian, I know you had a few things you wanted to say before we kind of got it going.
Yeah, and speaking of rings, I wanted to say, I know that Ajaya, she qualified right before our event. We tried to order her ring, get it to her at the event, and it got stuck in Oklahoma. And unfortunately, we were unable to get it to her. And I've told her we're going to do whatever we can to try to get this thing to her as quickly as possible. And so I know that Brenda was out of town because she was actually in Budapest. She was in Budapest. Right. Okay, so we weren't able to get it back until, we want Brenda to get back and be able to hopefully get that over to you as soon as possible. And but I'm excited about seeing you get it, and I think you might have somebody that's a special guest at the door. Oh, there she is. Brenda, thank you so much. Getting that to her. Oh my gosh. That's, honey, thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. Bring her up, man. Don't bring me up. Yes. I love it. Brenda, thank you so much.
Put that on. Thank you, Brenda.
Yes. I love it. Hey, listen. I got, you know how hard this was hard to hold in. So, but yeah, let's see this on.
Oh, it's going to be big. Oh, that one. There you go.
You might need to get resized.
Big there.
Yes.
Wow.
Good deal.
Oh my God. Jaya, this was the hardest thing to coordinate with you. Yes. You know you are a diva, sis. It was so hard to coordinate this. I know. Look, Leslie, Dove, Mario, you're better.
Mario, thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. Like, wow, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Brian,
were you expecting that?
Not even close. Wow.
Brian and Adamo called me on Saturday, like, we're going to do this major thing for Jaya on Monday. And I was like, okay. I'm excited about it. And then we kind of coordinated with your better half and with Leslie and Dove. And it's just beautiful. Shout out to our awesome president and our awesome CEO for putting this together. This is just an amazing platform. Amazing.
I can't. I'm so speechless.
I know. Jaya looks speechless right now.
Everything. Like, this is beautiful. Like, wow.
Now you see Jaya has your last name on it. It has the year you actually have earned the ring and it says Millionaire Residual Club on the side. Then on the other side, it has what we stand for, our logo, and Make Wealth Real. So it is customized to you, looking really, really good. Outstanding.
Wow.
Yep. I love it.
I love it. Well, let's do this and Brian wanted me to be right here because this is what's interesting. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Brian.
No, I want to thank Amina. for helping us pull this off and getting a hold of your man and your guy. What is it? I'm sorry. Demario. Yes, Demario. Yes. I want to thank him so much too for keeping a secret and helping us pull this off and stuff. What a great guy! I really appreciate that. But this is, we've been dying to get this thing to you. We had it. We got it while I was in Vegas, but it was late at night, and it was like, okay, well, we can't do it, and I was leaving that night, so I couldn't get it to you in time before I had to get on a plane. So we coordinated with Brenda and said, when we get back and when you get back from Budapest, we're going to do a Zoom, okay, or a StreamYard here, Facebook Live, and we'll give it to you on there. But I'm so glad you got it. It's well deserved, and I couldn't be more proud of both of you. That's for sure. So congratulations again, Jay and Amina. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank
you, She tried to cancel on us today. She said, no, my man is taking me out to dinner at the same webinar.
I did not try and cancel.
I said, girl, you're not going anywhere. What do you mean?
Oh my God.
I know Amina told me, he goes, she's doing a whole lot of extra today. Being real extra. Well, let me ask you this, because this is what's interesting about both of you. Obviously, you came over here, and I think you weren't really fully sure of what MWR was. So you obviously, you guys have had a past of being in kind of one area of our business, credit restoration, but then you kind of now have looked and been able to really see what business we're in and really understand what the fullness of really helping people. And I think not only had you started to notice that, I already started seeing you do the shift with your organization before our event, but at our event, I think you both were able to really see from the testimonials that were given and things like that. What is it now about MWR that has you moving forward to go to that 3-star and the 4-star and the 5-star regional, and then you actually just go knock out the top of the comp plan? And I'll start with you, Amina. What is it about MWR that, number one, that attracted you, and then that you then went on this run really, really fast to really move quickly, but you're letting everybody know you're not going to be just a shooting star? Because remember, we talked about that. You see them for a moment, then they're gone. You're here to stay. And what is it about MWR that has just captured your imagination and your attention the way it has?
Absolutely. I tell everyone the very first thing that captured my attention was really the ownership, you, Andamo, and you, Brian House, when I was able to, and also Brian Bean as well. I spoke with him as well, just to see the leadership and just to see what the company, the morals of the company. I just knew it was something that we could partner with, something that my organization could certainly get behind and support. Brian House told me when we had our first conversation, he said, starting this business was a faith-based decision. Once I heard him say that, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I know we're in the right place. I've never heard an owner or CEO of a company ever say that. So I know that, we are in good hands and we're in the right place, and he's all about the better good of the people and the company. So that was one thing. The next thing I think you asked me was, as far as Ajay and I and, what we did previously and, what we saw at the convention. Actually, Ajay and I met before we began network marketing.
Okay.
Yeah, we both had a credit restoration business of our own before we started network marketing. And so we were really close. And she reached out to me on Instagram, and she was asking me a couple of questions, and we were sharing information. And at first I was a little skeptical. My wall was up. I was like, who's this little girl trying to get my information? I was like, who was this? Because she was so young at the time,
Yeah.
like 19. And so she was just so cute, and we just bonded at that point. Then I joined our practice company, which I love that. I joined our, practice company we were in previously. And then I left after 30 days. I just didn't understand network marketing. I couldn't grab my head around it. And then a year later, I said, okay, let me reboot. And Ajaya, she said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get started too. So we started running at that point, and we've just been inseparable. But one thing for sure about this company that we did learn at convention, even though in our practice company, we did help people with their credit, we were so far off of the mark. We really were. We were missing the mark. Once I heard the testimonials at convention, I said, whoa, wait a minute. These people are certainly their net worth. It's about their net worth. It's about, the way that they're actually saving, investing. And I heard Brian Bean talk about cash, asset, cash. And I was like, whoa, we've never learned this information before, even though we were in a previous company that talked about financial literacy, but it was really not helping people. There were really no experts. And I'm not taking anything away from that previous platform, but this right here, I feel is real help from real experts where you can really say, okay, this is my situation. Let the experts take a look at it and let the experts go ahead and set up a game plan for you to really accrue generational wealth. So that name, Make Wealth Real, I mean, it's the real deal. Seriously, it's the real deal. And so, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And as far as my organization goes, as far as like what we do, and kind of like, our journey when we started here with the company, as I said at convention, one thing that I always push is math and heart. Everything you do, it must include math and heart. So the name 100 Milli, that name was developed because you always set a number to whatever goal you're trying to reach, because, a number assigned, it's a target. You have a target to reach. And then Milli stands for Millionaires Impacting Lives Locally and Internationally. That's where the heart comes in. So the goal is to create 100 millionaires to impact lives locally and internationally. So it just, what we're doing and, the vision of the company, it just aligned with what our team was about. And really when we came in, we were about business. We were like, all right, look, we had missing income, because the practice company was shut down by the FTC for a little while there. So, the team hadn't had income for about 2-3 months. And so when we came in, we had our game faces on. We were like, okay, let's come in and we're going to take this serious, because here's an actual opportunity to turn our financial situation around as well as our clients' financial situation around. So it was really about impacting the masses. And when we came in, we really started to develop, we already had some like tactical things, and we fine-tuned it and tweaked it, because we're very, we have a lot of operations. We have a lot of systems, and Ajaya is the systems lady. She creates the systems. I create the energy, fun, time, and magic. Ajaya is the systems rock star when it comes to systems. We have training every day, Monday through Friday, Power Hour, 8:30 every morning. I hosted Power Hour this morning. We're showing the team how to actually advertise, brand yourself on social media every single morning. We're showing them what to do, how to get leads, and, really how to go out there and dominate. This morning, I showed them how to talk to network marketing professionals that already have a team, because sometimes, the field may get a little intimidated when you're talking to other network marketing professionals. But let me tell you all something right now, our company is making noise in network marketing. A lot of network marketers are looking for a home. So now is the time to make friends. Now is the time to see if they're looking for a new home, pique their interest, use whatever system you have. And like I said, Jay has developed some awesome systems, and then it's just go time. And as a matter of fact, we just had a promotion today, and I'll pass it back over to you guys. We had a 3-star executive director, Bernadette Rosas. Shout out to her. So super exciting stuff happening on the team. I appreciate you guys so much. Super grateful, ever grateful for each and every single one of you.
No, I love it. Outstanding. I love it. Love hearing it. And Ajaya, You know, one of the things that I think often is thought about when people hear, oh, they came from another company, they had a team, that it's easy just to transition. Everybody just gets in line and transitions over you, and it was easy for you to get to 2-star. That was easy. And I know that that's far, far, far from the truth on anyone's level. I've had to transition, and I know how difficult that is, and I know what happens in that process. So, Ajaya, why don't you share with us, you know, from your perspective, what you saw with MWR. Let us know what that journey has been, because you really have pushed, you've gone. I've actually been able to witness some growth in you just for this short period of time that I've gotten to know you, just how the way you're moving, the way you're operating with your business and your vision, what you're seeing now. Why don't you share with us your story, your message?
So when I first looked at this platform, I saw the services. That was one. But then we got on a webinar with you both, and I told Mr. Brian House, I told him, I said, look, I love what I see. I know that, you know, the services, it's valuable. The comp plan is valuable. What we have is just, it's just out of this world. I know that we could take this company to $1 billion company. He said, Ajay, I want you to record this. And no pun intended, you will never make me a billionaire, because 80% of the income of the company's profits goes back to the field. And I'm just like, okay, that was one thing that had me like, okay, let's go. Let me go ahead and get everybody into the system like right now, because you will never hear a CEO say that in any other company. It's just usually always about them, you know. Usually they take away from the field to give back to the company. And it was just off of that statement alone, that changed everything for me. Also convention, really hearing more about the investing part, how, you know, a lot of people on stage, they have land, they have assets. And this is something that a lot of people in network marketing cannot say that they have. I've been the person to make the 6 figures. I've been the person to make the 7 figures, but I've also been the person to not be able to show for that, because nobody ever taught me how to get to the I side of the quadrant. So when, like, every time I would call Indamo and I'm just like, okay, sign me up again. What's your link? Because he would always show me a different perspective. And I just know with what we have, for one, just like you said, inflation, you know, taxes are about to go up. For one, the services, that's just the appetizer. Just like I told Indamo, I said, the entree is the business, because people need both. I don't care where you are in life, and whether somebody is well off or not, you still need to know where to put that money into, which is the PRA, the land banking. So like my mind is just on 1,000 right now, because it's a lot of people who's making money in the industry that I'm very well connected with, but they don't know where to put that money at. And so that's where we shift and change this whole industry and the masses. That's where we change the world, because again, we're able to show them exactly how they can work with what they already have, saving their income, making their income. I'm sorry, but in order for you to maintain great credit and all this other stuff and getting your taxes back to par, you still need income. And that's where the business side comes in. So as far as me hitting 2-star, I mean, I'm rebuilding all over again. I had to build this first to be able to do that anyways. So it all boils down to just not being a secret agent, putting the word out there, sharing the masses, because I just remember being that single mom who I didn't even have $150 in my pocket at the time, years ago. And, you know, just understanding how many people don't have that today, that's the biggest problem that I know that we could change. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's outstanding. It's so good to hear that. Brian, I know you might have a question for them or a comment you want to make.
I don't necessarily have a question, but I have a comment to make and a statement that I think needs to be made, because I hear it so many times in this industry, especially with leaders that may transition from a practice company or come from another company. And there are so many people, even in our business, that would like to discount your accomplishment, And I don't want to call them haters. They're in our business, and I understand it's mainly a misunderstanding that they don't understand what they're saying, maybe. But a lot of times they will say, well, it was easy for them because they transitioned a team over. They pulled a team over. And to me, that is such a misleading statement, because what those people don't realize that say that is that you had to be a leader somewhere before you were ever able to be a leader here and do that type of transition. You paid the price somewhere in order to be able to have a team that you could potentially transition. And they also don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I listened to a Jaya, and she's talking about, I'm rebuilding. I'm rebuilding. You know what I mean? I know you, Amina. I know you're rebuilding in some regards. You all did. Nobody ever transitions their entire team from another company. Okay? It just doesn't happen. But I want you to understand that don't ever discount somebody's leadership credibility or try to put down their accomplishment because they were able to build a team someplace else and potentially transition a portion of them here. They would not have been able to do that if they had not established respect where they were at before. People don't just move from companies unless they respect the leadership that they are following. Okay? And so there is something to be said for a leader that can transition anybody. I can tell you. Okay. And I wanted to point that out because I hate it. One, I hate haters that hate on people when they become successful. I hate it when people discount somebody's success to justify their own lack of results. And I hate it when they use that as an excuse to act like why they will never have it. What they need to understand is that if they are willing to pay the price, if they are willing to put in the time, the effort, the energy in order to be, and the ability to, or the willingness to learn and listen, okay, and follow the systems that are put into place, they can have the same success. But they spend their time talking too much about what everybody else has done instead of focusing on what they could do. Okay. And I just want to commend you guys. I do. And I felt like that needed to be said because a lot of times it's missed in translation. People seem to look at the skeptical side of it instead of the reality and what it took to be the leaders that you all are. And I think you represent that well right here tonight. Just the words you said, just the, you know, your ability to be able to get on here and speak your mind and talk about, you know, your truth and what you believe, you know, this company's about, where you're going, the goals you have set for yourself. That's a sign of leadership. And so I commend you guys. I appreciate you more than you will ever know, because as I always say, there is no MWR Financial if it isn't for leaders like you and the field force that we have out there spreading this message. And I believe it's the best message we could be spreading. And I want to thank you guys for helping us do it.
I appreciate you saying that, Mr. Brian House, and I'm not going to take up much time, but what people don't see is the work behind the scenes, because this is 6 years in the game. And when I say 6 years, it wasn't a 6 easy years in the game. This was 6 years and just like, you know, hardship, you know what I mean? You know, building a business while having a son on the autism spectrum, building a business while going through a divorce and still, you know, having to stand as a leader, your son having meltdowns. That's not even half of my story. You know, it was just so much, you know, gaining a title in the practice company, losing a title, gaining a title, going back down, trying to figure out your way back up. And, you know, when the practice company was shut down, I believe I had about 4,715 members in my organization. Right now, building, you know, we have, I think, over 1,400. So not even a third, and most of them are new people that have never been in the industry before. So not even, you know, half of our leadership came over. So we're in the trenches with you guys. We're starting all the way over. The difference between leaders and distributors is leaders, they don't complain. Leaders, they go hard in the paint, they do not complain, and they go hard day in and day out, whether you're sick, whether you're tired, whether you don't feel good, whether your kid doesn't feel good, whether you didn't eat for the day, you still go, you pour, you serve, and you fill other people's cup. Now, until you're ready to do that, that's what true leadership is right there. That's what that is. When you just give and give and give, and you pour and you pour and you pour because you want to see the greater good of the people. And it's all about impact, purpose, and change. So that's just my little tidbit on that.
That's awesome.
That's what I said. These are rock stars here, and I love them, and they are absolutely out there. And I love that they're not only queens, but they're queen makers, king makers, because they have some people right behind them coming in a big way. So I want to leave everybody with this, and these two will really appreciate it because we've had similar conversations. I know most recently I had this with Jaya, but I just want you. We all know the company Walmart, okay? We know the company Walmart. And I'm using that as a metaphor in this example is this. Most people, if I had you right now, in fact, I want you to put in the chat, if you went to go buy some shoes right now, put the store that you probably would go to first. Just put it in the chat real quick. Just name a store that you would go buy shoes. Just put it in there real quick. I want you to do that. Then after you've done that, I want you to do one more thing for me. If you were going to go get jewelry from somewhere, somehow, you were going to go get jewelry, tell me where you go get that. Just put that in the chat as well. So shoes and jewelry, tell me where you're going. Because I want to get a sense of where you're going. You said
MWR.
I know we don't sell shoes. We'll never sell shoes.
You can earn your jewelry here.
Right,
you don't have to go buy it.
Here. Right. You don't have to buy it. But I say all that, and I'm seeing great. You guys are putting it in there. You're putting in all those things. That's fantastic. Well, let me tell you what the #1 shoe seller in the world is. The #1 company that sells the most shoes, and I see all kinds of stores and things like that going. The #1 seller is Walmart.
Yes.
They sell more shoes than anybody else. The #1 seller of jewelry, and I see Jared and all these other places I see, Nordstrom's, all that. The #1 seller of jewelry is Walmart. Do you know they sell more jewelry than anybody else? And I know, especially most of us on the line, I know if I told my wife I went to go buy her some jewelry from Walmart, she'd be like, what? You better get out of here with that. But they are the #1 sellers. Why? Because they have the most outlets. See, what we're in, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of you will say, if I asked you the question, and in fact, write down the business that we're in. Write down what you believe the business we're in. Write that in, put that in the chat. Just let me know. As soon as I start seeing some, tell me the business that we're in. Just call it. What is it? And then I know we're going to see it. Come on, give me some answers right away. Do it real quickly. You guys be responsive here because this is very important what I'm about to share with you. Okay, I see that. There you go, Marvin. Okay, I got you. Okay. See, some folks, they know, they understand. There's some folks out there, but I see some people with financial, people putting different things, wealth distro and all that. I like that answer as well. The people business, I got it. Financial literacy. See, I've talked to so many people. I get it. You guys are absolutely on point. We are in the distribution business. That's why, like a Walmart, if you go out and Walmart adds anything to it. Like when they added groceries, did you think that they go 100% of the people are going to buy groceries or want groceries? No, but they know they have enough stores that if they add groceries, guess what? They're going to add to the bottom line and make their business big. So if we are in the distribution business, if you will, if we're in that business. And you have to understand, look what just happened. I'm going to use Amina and Ajaya for a moment. They came in and hit the ground running. They did not play. They understand that success rewards speed, and they went for it. Now they are 2-star regionals with an organization. You heard Amina talk about 1,400 members. Out of those members, they have a certain number of QFDs, okay, Qualified Financial Directors. Do you know when Mr. Brian House and MWR, when we just dropped in, look what just happened. We just dropped in the ERC program. Do you understand that if you have distribution, you may not know an owner personally. You may not have a relationship with a business owner personally. You may not even know a person that's in the business, like business to business sales, that could really take advantage of that personally. But guess what happens when one of the most beautiful things about this industry, the leverage that you have, because someone that you know who knows someone knows someone that has 100 employees that need this service, knows someone that has 10, knows someone that has 5, knows someone that has 1,000 employees, and all of a sudden, not only do they come in and they get to benefit from there, and there's all kind of cash flow going, but that cash flow happens and attracts other people to want to come to your business. So if there ever is another service dropped in, you just saw your profits soar. You saw your business explode. That is where we are. And I'm telling you, if you get focused and literally go out there and recognize the impact that you heard both Amina and Ajaya talk about, the impact that we're having on people's lives with our services, turning their existing situation, whatever it is. And I love that we meet people right where they are. They don't have to jump through hurdles, right where they are. So whatever it is, turning that into cash flow, helping them make sure they keep more of their hard-earned money in their pocket instead of giving it away. But you turn that to cash flow. And as you heard Ajaya talk about, wait a minute, let me go turn that cash flow and put it into a vehicle that's going to grow for me with little to no risk of loss. And in most cases, completely tax-free. Let me go do that. Let me kind of partner that way, or let me go take my asset, watch this, from a PRA and leverage that asset to buy another asset called land banking, and then really double dip on the growth of my money. And now I'm changing my life, my whole life. I see $1 million coming. And then if I don't like that, the $1 million I see coming for me, and the experts are saying, well, that's 20 years from now, that's 30 years from now. You say, no, I want to pull that closer to me. And you go out and build the business, create an income that allows you to go bing, bing, bing. So you see a guy like Gerald W. W stands for winning. And then he's built for speed. So I'm going to call him Gerald Speedy Parker, literally go from saying he was paid on Friday, broke on Monday, and in 2 years, he was able to leave his job, go full-time with MWR. Within a year later, not only was he virtually debt-free, he literally put himself in a position, because the income has 2 PRAs, but put himself in a position to do what he always has dreamed of doing. And here's a man, at the time he joined MWR, he was 55 years old. So he had been dreaming a long time, and it hadn't happened, but he came to MWR, and he was smart enough to get with the experts, and now he has his dream home destination in South Florida. So he can live when the weather's great in South Florida and go back home and live when the weather's cool in North Carolina. That's what we do here at MWR. That's the kind of impact that you have the ability to have directly and indirectly if you just go out and have the courage to go through the people who are milquetoast, half-baked, soggy in the middle. I don't know, whatever. Go through them. Go find the people who want to win, because there are millions out there. And just so you know, they're not going to be easily standing there going, it was me that you're looking for. No. They lead quiet lives of desperation. And don't let social media fool you. They're only showing you their best life. They're not showing you what it really is. They don't tell you that at night they're literally leading those quiet lives of desperation. They don't know how this is going to get done, how this is going to get paid. Do you know right now we have millions of people in this country that don't have a business? They are W-2 employees. They never had a business. They don't even understand what that is. And they're trying to figure out, because the debt they paid last year with gas prices, everything going so high, they're trying to figure out if they're going to be able to figure out enough room to get on credit cards, or can they get another one so they can go give their kids a Christmas. And you have the ability to change that. Whoo, I'm telling you, you got to get excited about this. You have to get serious about this. And what I appreciate about Amina and Ajaya, they just told you they get very serious about what they're doing and helping people. So go take your Walmart and go build it like crazy, and you will change your life. So I just had to say that, Brian. I get passionate. Amina and Ajay have me fired up.
No, that was great stuff. That was great stuff. And listen, to close this out, I do want to say this. One, Amina and Ajay, we appreciate you. The example of success that you've set, your all's leadership, what you just said. I mean, this is your 6th year. in this industry. So I want everybody to know, and I want to put this into perspective real quick. What Ndamo's talking about, what everybody's talking about is that, Amina, was it worth it? Was it worth it? 6 years, 6 years to be able to be involved in a company to where in 30, 60 days, you're able to generate a 6-figure residual income in a company, become a millionaire residual income ring earner in a company in 60 days because of 6 years of effort that it took to get to that point in your life. Was it worth it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. But here's the other thing that people need to figure out, okay? A lot of people will look at that and they'll go, oh my gosh, she spent 6 years in this industry to get to that point. They will say that, and they will spend the next 40 years of their life being broke. They'll complain about the 6 years it took you to get where you are, and they will spend the next 40 years of their life being broke.
Absolutely.
They need to choose their hard. That's what they need to do. They need to choose the right hard. And it's putting an investment in themselves in a business that produces those type of results that they can't lose at. And I appreciate you guys for being the example of success you are. So with that, Dom, you got anything else you want to add?
Not at all. Just you have the queen. Now look at this. This is the other thing I said. You have the queen, which Amina, she got there in 30 days by the 30 days by the way.
30,
Brian.
that's right. Yeah.
And then Ajay in 60 days. So so she became a ring earner and she's produced another ring earner. That's getting it done. I'm just saying that speaks volumes. So congratulations, both of you young ladies. And I'm so glad that you now get to have your ring, Ajay, and can show your team live that we got it. We have it there. And when Kevin comes back, all you guys can get together and do the whole.
Oh, shout out to our amazing mentor, Kevin Velasquez. Yeah, thank you so much, Kevin. We appreciate you. We love you. You're super awesome. Our 4-star regional director, mentor, Kevin Velasquez. We love you.
Yeah,
hey, absolutely. So let's get the rings up. We all have to
get them up.
This shot. Get it up. Oh wait, we got
Jay. Hey, hold on. We got to teach her something. There you go.
We got to flip that thing over.
Turn the ring around.
You turn the ring. Take it off.
Turn the ring around.
Yeah.
Turn the ring around.
That way, when you point it, it always shows the MWR.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. Well, just stick your hand up backwards. It's okay.
We'll do it backwards. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Get it.
Oh, I can't get mine up.
There you go. There you go. You got it. Okay, we got it. Get that shot, everybody. You want to get that shot. All right. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all. That's outstanding.
All right, guys. Listen, everybody have a great night. Have a great rest of the week. Get ready for Thursday. We're going to be rolling out our ERC program, assistance program. And guys, I'm excited for every single one of you. What we're accomplishing is absolutely amazing. And we absolutely couldn't do it without each and every one of you. So love you guys. Appreciate you a bunch. You need anything, you know how to reach us. See you guys. Bye-bye.